So I love that last video. I just love how it kind of lays out what oils are and the power they have. And if you've been using your oils for some time, which a lot of people have, that have been using their oils for a while before they start considering possibly doing doTERRA at some level as a business, whether it's just sharing with people here and there or actually teaching classes and kind of really pursuing building an income in a business with doTERRA. Anyhow, so I love that, but just a couple things about the company that I always like to talk about, and that is, one, that doTERRA is the most tested and most trusted essential oil company in the world. And so doTERRA's oils are tested by a third-party lab, APRC. They're tested by doTERRA's in-house lab. So all in all, there are about 55 tests that all the oils go through, and so that's insane. And so they're the most tested and therefore the most trusted. doTERRA is a billion-dollar company. They reached billion-dollar company status kind of on the same trajectory as Apple. And so it's a solid company that has had significant growth that has continued to increase over time. They're rated the #2 medium-sized company by Forbes magazine, which is pretty legit. And there's also, they have partnerships with 110 medical and research institutions, and institutions like Johns Hopkins, when they're doing research using essential oils, they only use doTERRA's essential oils because of the quality and the testing. And so that makes their experiments reproducible, which in the scientific world, that's crucial. That's the gold standard. And so that is a big deal. Not only that, but as we're kind of going to see here in the next video, is that doTERRA is countercultural. And so if you look back through the course of world history, you'll see that the third world is often exploited by the first world, which is terrible. And so whether that's been in economic terms, in manpower terms, in any number of resources, the third world has a long history of exploitation. But doTERRA is seeking to redefine that relationship and turning those often exploited people into trusted, respected partners. And so the way they do that is through their sourcing model. Which is not the cheaper way to source. It's not cheaper to go to places like Nepal, to go into those communities, to reach down and work with the village leaders and develop sourcing models. It is not cheaper to go and partner with different communities in Kenya and teach farmers sustainable agriculture so that those harvests can and that those farming practices can be done for generation after generation. Not cheaper. It would be much cheaper for doTERRA to just buy up chunks of land and grow their own oils. However, what that does, one, it doesn't produce as high a quality oils as what doTERRA is known for and requires. And two, it doesn't do the most good. And so that's what's really important when you're thinking about doTERRA, is to remember that we are all about getting the best oils and doing the most good in the process. And so we love that. The big question when doTERRA, when the founders started doTERRA, was, can we shake up healthcare? Can we shift the way that we do healthcare here in our country, in the US and in the Western world? But can we also leave everybody better in the process? The growers, the harvesters, the every single person at every single level of the supply chain. Can we leave them better? And the answer is yes. And so doTERRA does things a little bit differently, which you're going to see here in just a minute in this co-impact sourcing video, which is really the heart of doTERRA. So go ahead and enjoy.